So, one of my favourite things every time I go abroad is to try all of the food. So, going to a supermarket and getting a sort of deep dive into their culture through seeing what products they buy, what snacks are available, what food they have, if they have different options back home. So, today I am going to Mercadona. It's like a baby trick. Let's find some snacks. I cannot find any crisps in this supermarket, and I know they eat crisps in Spain. I'm so sure of it. Tell me why in the great year of 2026, Pringles are advertising Fallout 76. Is this a zero sugar, zero caffeine energy drink? What's the point? Also, we couldn't take deodorant on the flight, so this won't make it any later in the video, but we will get this deodorant. I've got back from the grocery store with a load of different Spanish snacks. I've got some food, some drink, some savoury, some sweet. I also have just put way too much conditioner in my hair after having a shower, after getting back after a hot day, so it's kind of fuzzy. Anyway, let's get started.
Right.
Yes. Lemon and pepper flavoured crisps. They smell good. Neither the lemon or the pepper are super overbearing with it, and I kind of like that. It's kind of a mild take on it. It sort of starts with quite a strong lemon flavour and fades into the pepper. A 7 out of 10 from me. Vegetable sticks. I am sort of assuming that they are all different flavours. Flavour number 1, yellow. Well, that just tastes like a normal potato chip. Flavour number 2, orange. Hold on. They all just kind of taste like those French fries, like crisps. Sadly, just kind of boring. This is a 6 out of 10. Our filming assistant today is a bit of a resident expert on vegetable crisps. He's tried them all, the Tyrrell's ones, the Lidl variation, and even the ones from Tiger.
They definitely are vegetable crisps. They have that like tang to them. Same flavour.
That was a good one. Rumour has it, if you eat a whole packet of these at once, you turn into a conehead from the movie Coneheads. They're kind of like quite heavy on that corn maize type flavour of snack. They're well seasoned. There's a nice crunch to them. I like them a lot. These are a 7 out of 10. On to some different savoury snacks, starting with... I actually don't know what seeds these are. Are these sunflower seeds? Yeah. Back when I was 18, I spent almost a year in Spain. Don't ask me to speak Spanish. That's gone. What I do remember is that in the rural bars which I used to hang out in, they would all be eating these. And it was tradition to suck the salt off, open them up with your teeth, eat the insides, and then spit them out on the floor. Now, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I guess we'll see in a couple of minutes. However, that was what was done in all of the bars, and like underneath the bar stools would just be piles and piles of chewed up sunflower seed exterior. These are absolutely covered in salt. Oh god, I forgot how salty these are. Oh my god. Wow. Wow.
You gotta swallow, so get rid of the salt.
Now break it apart with my teeth. So, this is not a good eating experience for me. I've had 3 so far. And when you break them apart with your teeth, sometimes the shell sort of fractures as well. And then you don't know what's sunflower seed and what's shell that's splintered in your mouth. So I've just spat the whole thing out.
You just described exactly what has happened to me.
This is awful. I'm so sorry to the people of Spain. I know that this is like a traditional snack here and you guys love it. This is absolutely terrible. It's actually not worth the effort of eating it. 2 out of 10. I don't know what these are. This is, I'm assuming, some sort of fried bean. So they're like little crispy puffed things. Oh, they're just so dry. You know when you get a crisp in your packet that is like gone stale and you're like, oh, that's the worst crisp I've ever had? That's every single one of these. I'm sorry to do it here. It's another 2 out of 10. I am praying that these are good. In my memory, I absolutely love these. So I used to get these all the time. They're sort of like breadsticks, and I think they use a lot of olive oil and sunflower seeds. Thick, salty breadsticks full of seeds. I seem to remember them going very, very well with hummus. I know this can be such a lame description, but it tastes like seeded bread or like whole wheat. It's a bit dry on its own, if I'm honest, but it is nice. It would go well with hummus again, some other sort of dip. 7 out of 10, but get a dip with it. Tomato flavoured crackers and pizza flavoured crackers. Let's do the tomato first. The tomato seasoning on this smells intense. This tastes just like a pizza. It's got the bread, it's got herbs, it's got tomato. The tomato tastes really similar to a tomato sauce or a tomato puree. I don't love it. It's like a 6 out of 10, maybe a 5 out of 10, but I don't know how they're going to up the pizza aspect in the next one. Oh. Every video, there's something that's hard for me to open. Almost every single video on this entire channel, you'll see me struggle at some point, and if you haven't seen me struggle, it's because I've edited it out. As a self-proclaimed food critic with a pretty nice GCSE in English, I do not have the words to explain why this tastes more like pizza than the other ones. I think a lot of the things that I've just had need a dip, they need a liquid with it. This is a 7 out of 10. Add a salsa or a creamy dip, we're looking at an 8.
It almost tastes like Domino's or something.
It's a marvel. So that's all of the savoury stuff done. Time to move on to the sort of more cakey style items. Jesus. Let's stop the throwing. We'll just pass across the table. This is some sort of chocolate based, I think, cake / pastry. That's okay. The chocolate tastes quite cheap. We're talking supermarket own brand style chocolate type cheap. But the pastry kind of works. It's an odd one. It's kind of flaky, but it's not like a croissant flaky, like sort of almost like you'd have in like a cheese twist kind of thing. This is an 8 out of 10. It says biscotto, so maybe that means biscuit. Maybe that means biscuit. Oh, God's sake. I think there might be orange in the chocolate. It's almost like a moon pie, but good. Sorry to any moon pie fans. It looks a lot drier than it actually is. It's annoyed me that it's just fallen apart everywhere, but flavour-wise I can't complain really. I'd give that an 8 out of 10. Next up we have what I assume is a little donut. It really looks like a little donut. I don't think it does, but all day I've been thinking maybe that has something to do with apples. What's apple in Spanish? Los apple. Yeah, you don't speak Spanish. Why would I want you to just guess? Oh, that's not what I expected. I thought that this was two separate donut-esque things. This is all one singular item. And again, it's gone everywhere. Wow, that has really surprised me. It's a little cakey, it is. The texture is a bit much to chew through, but it's surprisingly fluffy. And the powdered sugar kind of works for it as well. It's just like a plain donut kind of thing, but it tastes like a freshly fried donut that's cooled down. It doesn't It doesn't taste pre-packaged, if that makes sense. Probably a 7 out of 10. This is good stuff. This is an item which I genuinely couldn't guess what it is. Mantecado de limon on it, which my Spanish is good enough to know that means something lemon. And it's also got this big sign on it which says sin gluten, and sin means without. So this is gluten free. Great for any celiacs out there. But not great for any celiacs who don't like lemon. Oh God, what is this? It smells of lemon. I hope this shows on camera how unappetizing this looks. And I know it's gonna be crumbly. Watch this. Yeah, it's falling apart. Oh my God. That is maybe the worst texture of anything I've ever put in my mouth. Once you put this in your mouth, it sort of dissolves into like a paste, like a lemon flavoured PVA glue. And somehow it expands as well. I don't know how it did that. Well, oh, yeah, great. It's not something I would recommend. 2 out of 10, I'm afraid. So I think this is another cakey item. We do have a picture on it this time. I want as much gluten as possible in this. If they can stuff more gluten in, that'd be great. I think this must have some sort of like custard in it or something. For like 90% of that journey, I was gonna say it's fine, but a little bit underwhelming. But then there's quite a peculiar aftertaste. Let me just go in for a second bite and see if I can navigate that path. That is so weird. Fairly average Danish pastry, and then just for a few seconds, almost chemically hit. It's quite off-putting. You're riding through it a 7 out of 10 for most of the time, and then it just drops to like a 4 out of 10, like out of nowhere. I think I've been tricked here. Okay. This might just be wafers. All just wafer. My bad. When I saw this on the front, I thought it was some sort of cake. Now I see the error of my ways. This is ice cream. This is a serving suggestion. You're supposed to cut blocks of ice cream and make sandwiches with the wafer. Like an idiot, I've been complaining about things being dry all video, and now for the video, I'm gonna have to force myself to eat this wafer. It's a bit dry. I did this to myself. I would recommend, if you're going to buy wafer, to maybe buy it with some other ingredients, like literally any other ingredients added. Next up we've got these. Like cereal bars. I never ever eat cereal bars in the UK anyway, but I do not believe these ones exist. I'm assuming there's some cereals in there. It's quite yellow, so I'm thinking caramel or honey kind of thing. And then I'm assuming the white on the bottom is going to be yogurt instead of like white chocolate. It smells very sweet. Wow. Yeah, that's like intoxicatingly sweet, almost like perfume sweet. It tastes alright. It's too sweet for me. You wouldn't find me having that every morning. Like, it's a cereal bar, but there's no way I would have that. It feels like it's more of a treat item. Sorry, you got like skiing and rock climbing on there. There's no way you can convince me this is a healthy product. This is not something that you should be having for energy throughout the day. This is a lie. This is a marketing scam. This is effectively a chocolate bar wrapped up to look like a protein bar. Probably a 6 out of 10. The last food of the day. Chocolate wafer sticks, dude. The other wafer I had has really lowered wafer reputation around this part. So these wafer sticks are completely coated in chocolate. Smells okay. I actually think this is a really good snack. The chocolate is darker than a flavour profile that I normally like, but the wafer's not too dry. You get a good amount of them in the packet, and the chocolate flavour stays with you for a surprisingly long time. Like, as you're eating it, it's a strong flavour that kind of lingers. I think I'll probably give those another 7 out of 10. Final section of the video, the drink section. This is fresh gas soda. I'm gonna start with the green one. Lemon and lime flavoured soda. I much prefer lime to lemon as a flavour overall, especially in drinks, and this is a lot more lime heavy than it is lemon. 8 out of 10. Orange is what they're famous for. You'll see this next to like Fanta in supermarkets and some vending machines. The fresh gas naranja. I'm not quite sure if this is because it's the zero version, but it tastes a bit artificial. It tastes kind of like squash. That must be the sweetener that they're using, I think. It doesn't taste as good as Fanta. It tastes quite similar to Tango Orange as opposed to Fanta, which is not a good thing. I'm gonna give that a 4 out of 10. Now we have another 2 drinks from the same company. Aquarius. You okay?
Orange one bad.
Orange one bad. Let's start with the orange as we're just transitioning from the fresh gas orange. Aquarius is still. It's so odd having something still out of a can straight after something carbonated. I've had Aquarius before, not the orange one. It always tastes a bit watered down. That's okay, but it almost tastes like water that's had slices of orange in it rather than an orange flavoured drink itself. It's giving LaCroix vibes. 6 out of 10. We're gonna have the Aquarius original flavour, which I believe is kind of lemony. Can't really remember. It's been a long time. A little bit lemony, a little bit citrusy. I like it. This is served best on a boiling hot day where you don't really want something fizzy, but you're not in the mood for water, so you kind of treat yourself or just have something a bit different. This, probably an 8 out of 10. I would go for this over water most days. And our last product of the day, ISO drink. I've never had this before. I've seen it loads and loads of times in supermarkets, in vending machines. Let's give it a whirl. Hold on a second. This is the same drink. Sorry, I actually think I'm going crazy here. Can you try both of those and tell me if there's any difference?
I don't think so.
This is a first for the channel. We have a journalistic exclusive. These companies are scamming you. I'm telling you, these are the same drink. See any colour difference? Any difference in carbonation? The branding is pretty much the same. I'm telling you, those drinks combined, it's still the same drink. And also, that's not to say it's bad. Obviously, I rated this an 8 out of 10. This is still an 8 out of 10. But something about me likes this more. Maybe the branding of this. I feel like I've been got. I feel like I'm the butt of a joke. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you also check out the fast food videos that we've done whilst being in Spain, as well as the vlog of our time here. See you next time. Also, side note, I was going to open this and try this, but 2 things. Number 1, I don't have a bottle opener. Number 2, I have since learnt that it's an Italian drink, and so it would feel morally wrong.